Lieutenant Dan. Can I have a little more in my ears of me? I have Vietnam veterans in my family. And on my wife's side of the family, her two brothers served in Vietnam. Her sister's husband served in Vietnam, combat medic in Vietnam. I was 18 years old when combat operations ended in Vietnam, so I was just getting out of high school when they were wrapping up the draft. But I was not really paying much attention, I must say. And as weird as that sounds, because it was on television all the time, what was going on in Vietnam, I was just a high school kid paying attention to. I was doing plays in high school and playing rock in a rock band and chasing girls. And it was when I met my wife's brother, her two brothers, and her sister's husband. They started talking to me about Vietnam, and my eyes just started opening up, and I started to feel very guilty that guys that were just a little older than I, when I was in high school, I didn't really know what they were doing, and they were just a little bit older than I, but they were serving in Vietnam in the jungles, and bad things were happening to them, and then they would come home to a nation that didn't appreciate them, that turned its back on them, and they had to go into the shadows. My brother-in-law said when he got to the airport, he went in the bathroom, took off his uniform, because he didn't want to get spit on or yelled at. So in the early 80s, I started working with local Vietnam veterans groups in the Chicago area to try to give back to them, to try to support them in some way. And then I had the opportunity to play Lieutenant Dan Taylor in the movie Forrest Gump about 10 years later, and very much wanted to play that part to honor the Vietnam veterans in my own family and the Vietnam veterans that I've worked with in the Chicago area, trying to support. And it was an honor to play that part, and I was lucky to get that part, but I'm so glad I did. Because you know, it's not often that an actor will get a role that will live with them for a long time. And who knew that we would be attacked on September 11th and we'd deploy to Iraq and Afghanistan? We'd have a whole new generation of real-life Lieutenant Dans coming back from that war. We didn't know that, but when we did deploy to Iraq and Afghanistan, I wanted to do something to make sure that our veterans returning from this war would not be treated the way our Vietnam veterans were treated when they came back. So I learned a lot from our Vietnam veterans. It was an honor to play one. I've worked with the Disabled American Veterans organization now for over 20 years, working with our wounded, and it's all manifested itself into the creation of the Gary Sinise Foundation, where we serve and honor the needs of our veterans, our military active duty folks, our Gold Star families, our wounded, our first responders, and those in need. So this concert here is supported through the generous donations of the American people that come to my website or see me on TV talking about supporting our veterans, and they go to the website and they donate to the website. So we are able to take that generous support from the American people and manifest that right into military appreciation, so that you know that you're appreciated and there's a grateful nation out there. So I thank my pals at the USO for allowing me years ago to experience the war zones and to experience military bases and to meet some of the most incredible people that I've ever known and ever met in my life. Some of my best friends are in the military and our first responders. And I thank my foundation folks for working real hard to keep this up for me. The Gary Sinise Foundation and the USO came together to make this military appreciation concert possible. So thank you to the USO. Thank you to everyone here at Little Rock Air Force Base for serving our country. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to the kids and the families who who serve alongside you. And remember, there ain't no mountain high enough, there ain't no valley low enough, there ain't no river wide enough to keep us from getting to you. God bless you and God bless America.
If tomorrow all the things were gone, I'd work for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife. I thank my lucky stars to be living here today, because the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that